Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to be going over the Heavy class with its strengths and weaknesses, as well as what perks have proven efficient in Ruthless difficulty. By now you should know we like to keep it short here, so we'll get right into it. As far as strengths go for the Heavy, he has the best firepower across all classes and outclasses them in DPS, assuming you're a decent player. From the heavy bolter's capability to have sustained fire against the enemy, the plasma cannon's versatility between having the range of a bolter and the damage of a melta, or the heavy melta erasing any problem within 10 feet of you. They are all solid choices for weapons to bring, and honestly, it can be up to preference on what you bring with you. Some people will tell you one weapon is superior to the others, but I have to disagree. I've seen enough heavy Melta gameplay to know what to expect out of it, so for this video I'm going to be leaning towards the plasma cannon as the preferred weapon. For weaknesses, however, the heavy has one obvious flaw that cripples him more than most classes with their downsides: being out of ammo. I am not going to disrespect those parry gods on the heavy, but when you are out of ammo on both your primary and secondary weapon, 9 times out of 10 you're going to feel more of a hindrance outside of your foot stomps. You will never outshine your brothers in close quarters melee, but you didn't pick this class to melee your opponents, did you? On a side note, Heavy has the best synergy with Tactical in my opinion. With both classes bringing plasma weapons, it can absolutely kill bosses before they can even get to your face, as shown in the footage. As shown in the disclaimer, these weapons used are master crafted. For perks, we are going to be running supportive perks that can assist the team overall, with the exception of some perks to increase your survivability and a slight increase to your DPS. To start off, we have auxiliary ammunition. When your primary weapon is out of ammo, killing 15 enemies in rapid succession restores ammo reserve by 20%. Very useful for when you do run out of ammo. In a horde situation, a couple of heavy stomps to clear minor enemies could get you the ammo you need to help out your squad mates. Next up, we have Fortitude. Health increase by 20%. You could run this or Thermal Boost when a ranged damage is 50% overheated. Ranged damage is increased by 15%. This is up to you whether you want to do more damage or you want to be more tanky. Personally, I go with Fortitude as it has proven to be the more reliable. I personally would like that extra bit of health if I were to accidentally take a sniper. So yeah, you could go either or with these two perks. But after that, next up we have Overwhelming Power. When Iron Halo is active, all squad members within 10 meters deal 10% more range damage. Never a bad option when you are starting up a fight. Activating Iron Halo while your team is behind. The shield gives you the perfect offensive advance in what may appear to be a difficult horde in front of you. Next up, we have Bonds of Brotherhood. Reviving a squad member restores them to full health. This is probably the best perk you have. If you have a bulwark with you, then it's practically impossible for anyone to not have full health by the end of combat. If you are all good about executing your enemies with the banner, that is. Should anyone get down, however, this perk allows you to sort of be the team medic, complementing to that of a bulwark. And next up we have Adamant Will. After Iron Halo deactivates, you take 20% less health damage for 5 seconds. In some rare situations, you'll find yourself in a tight spot with your back up against the wall while getting slammed by ranged opponents. This perk can give you a bit of breathing room in repositioning when your Iron Halo is down. Try to make the best out of these 5 seconds, as outside of a sniper shot, the incoming damage you take is considerably nerfed with this. So, very useful to bring along with you, especially against Chaos faction. And then we have Obdurate Bastion. Iron Halo's durability increases by 20%. Pretty straightforward perk. The other options just don't put as much value into the Iron Halo as this perk. Being able to soak up more damage for free is always going to be better than prolonging it or adding a gimmick, especially against Neurothropes. And for the next perk, we will be throwing in Brute Force. When Iron Halo is in cooldown, ranged damage increases by 15%. I like to bring this as a reminder to spam Iron Halo whenever I have the opportunity. Pile this perk on with weapon perks and you're already looking at a total of 55% damage increase from all your perks stacked. Easy to notice when fighting bosses especially. And then we have Conversion Field. When Iron Halo is active, all squad members within 100 meters regenerate ability charge 50% faster. This can complement other squad perks really well, such as the Vanguard's cooldown reduction on execution. Personally, I see this as a perk to make the most out of when you have a tactical on your team. And that covers all the perks listed for this setup. The Heavy is in a unique spot where he has one playstyle but with 3 different flavors. You could easily go into this class and its weapons to compensate whatever your team is lacking. You have a sniper and a tactical. Go Melta to compensate for the lack of close quarters combat clearing. If you're fighting against Tyranids, the Heavy Bolter has been pretty efficient and fun to use in my experience. The Plasma Cannon, however, has been a godsend against the Chaos faction with its stagger and damage combined. Out of all the classes, the Heavy is the one class that I almost insist that you give each weapon a try. And who knows, maybe you might stick to one weapon for good in every situation. I personally thought I'd go into this loving the Heavy Bolter, but instead I found myself loving the Plasma Cannon. Let me know which weapon you guys prefer in the comments, as I'd love to hear your logic and reasoning. That just about concludes it for the Heavy. Next week I'll be covering the Sniper class, followed by the Assault class for the week after. And until then, I'll see you guys later. Peace.